Alright, what's up guys? So this is the Horrifying Nights Universe, Episode 2. So I was talking about on most of my series about, because there's a question from a fan on Twitter that asked, what is the series you think will last the longest, and what is the series you think will last the lowest? And they specify which, I knew what they meant, but they didn't have to specify, but they said, not that the series is bad, just you feel like it's a good time to end at this point. And I let them guess first, and they said maybe some of the Urban Legend series or something like that. And then for the longest, they said was the Horrifying Nights series. I said you're right about one of them and wrong about one of the others. I said, hey, watch my Real Paranormal Stories recap video. You'll get a little hint. So this is what I think is going to be one of those series that can last for a very long time, because just in the year 2034 of my Horrifying Nights timeline for all of my shows, in 2034 so much has happened. This year in 2034 has so many things that have happened. It's nuts how many things. And I think that this series can last for a long time. I don't know how long, because this season probably going to end between 2002 and 2006 at the very most. The next season probably going to end by around 2012 to 2015. Next season from that is probably going to end by probably around 2017, because 2017 has so many things that probably going to end at the very end of 2017. And the next season after that, maybe 2021, lead up to the very first time that the man and the masked faced against each other. The next season probably to 2026. The next season will be mostly just the 2030. Next season after that, probably just the 2030. 2033, at the very beginning of 2034. And then the season after that is probably going to be to whatever it is then. Because, remember, Horrifying Nights, once that season begins, it goes on to 2035. So, everything gets changed after that. So once season 3 of the Horrifying Nights starts, basically 2035 begins. So every time a season of the Horrifying Nights ends, a new year begins. So now some seasons will be at the very end of whatever year it is and then the start of the next year, but mostly every single season will start a brand new year. So yeah. So today I'm going to talk about year. So today I'm only going to talk about only one year, and that is 1997, because one huge thing happened this year that was the start of the big change in this city. And it happened because of two terrible people. The man is a very sympathetic character, a sympathetic villain. It's like Jason. He is the closest to Jason that I have ever seen. Because the man that everyone knows, as everyone's seen in all the series, the man should have never became the man. The slasher killer, the meta killer, and all that stuff. That should have never happened. But one night in 1997, something happened. Him and his wife had been married for 5 years. He was only 25 when this happened. Only 25 years old. And he's the man now. Since he's supernatural, he obviously doesn't age at all. I mean, he's been supernatural now for almost 3 years. But it's 2034. So this was 37 years ago. So he's 62 now. But no, wait, he's not 25. He's 22? I think he's 22 or 21. All I know is that they've been married for a long time. They've been married since, I think that they were 18, maybe 19. I think 18. I have to go back into my storyline, but I think it's either they married at 18 or married at 20. It's either 22 or 25, somewhere around there. But he's in his early to mid 20s. And they were just sitting there one night. They were actually sleeping. All of a sudden, there's a break-in, and in the scuffle, the man gets knocked out. When he comes to, there's sirens everywhere. He notices that there's blood everywhere. He doesn't remember anything after he got knocked out. He doesn't know how long he was out. He has no idea. What he didn't know is that his wife was kidnapped. And he didn't know it at the time, but she was murdered. But it took a while for her to get murdered. And that was the setup for the man in the beginning. And in my opinion, if someone told me, now, all of my old Man movies, the Man franchise, the original franchise that started it all, I started putting those movies out in March. And the 10th movie I just put out there, the final movie until the prequels came out. And obviously the Man vs. the Mansman came out with that. And then the prequels are starting this week. So actually the Man in the Beginning 1 should already be out, because obviously this will be out Tuesday. The Man in the Beginning 1 should be out Monday. And I recorded all this 2.5 years ago. But if someone said, what is your favorite films from the original franchise? And I always categorize the Man franchise as the first 3 are a police procedural. The next 3 is story-driven, character development, all that stuff. And then the last 4 is recovering after a major tragedy. And then the finale. It's recovering and then making that final plan to get to the finale. And then the verse film is its own storyline, but then you have the prequels. If I had to say my favorite trilogy films, or just a favorite storyline of films, it's the prequels. For some reason, everyone agrees. Everyone thinks that it's, for the original franchise, it's The Man 3, The Man 6, The Man 9, and The Man 10. But they had to say just one after another, it's the prequels. I don't know why, I don't know what I changed, but just for some reason, I just love how those films came out. I just love it. Because it's a build-up. The Man in the Beginning is when this happened. This set the stage for The Man in the Beginning 1. And then the next thing that happened in 1997 is that he started to go see Doc, which Doc became the most beloved character in that original franchise. And what happened to him, which I'm not going to say until I get to that point, it shocked people. It really did. And the man 4 and 5 went down a lot in terms of viewers and likes and all that stuff. I mean, the first 3 had a combined over 450,000 viewers, but the next 2, 4 and 5, only got a combined 105, including 4 that only got 65, and then 5 only got 40. But then Man 6 came out, and I guess me saying on Twitter, like this, share this if you can, please share this, and it works. It got 95,000 views. And that was the last time a Man movie got 90,000 viewers. So yeah, just a lot of people liked it. But he saw Doc for the first time. He went to therapy, and for the next 20 years, basically. Well, actually, for the next 18 years, he would get therapy from Doc. And there were some ups and downs, but mostly good. Because the man said he was the only person that the man has ever told the truth to. The only person. So that's it. So this is by far the longest episode of the Horrifying universe. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.